forward.
Yeah, I stopped the last one, although the chat broke at my end as well, so I think it might have been YouTube's end. So I stopped that one, and then just waited for the NVIDIA thing to realise I'd stopped it and started it again. Right, I was trying to work out who was attacking his town, so I blew up a BTR you might have missed on the stream. Because I blew that up just as the stream was cutting out. According to this, there's still an enemy trying to attack this, but I don't know where they are. Unless it just flashes for ages after the last person tried to attack it. Right, let's go to that place and then go to Firuzabad or whatever it's called. Both, Glenn, I think. As we were saying on the last stream, lots of old games are just better made in terms of they had to work when, you know, they were made, because especially games before the internet, when they were on the disc, the game had to be playable on the disc. They couldn't do, oh, we'll patch it later. It literally had to be, you know, the game you got on the disc worked perfectly. Compared to the shit today, like we were saying, where it's, oh, we'll release games before they're finished, and there'll be a buggy mess at day one DLC, and like, you know, the people take the attitude, oh, you should be thankful that the developers even made a patch. Well, like we said in the last stream, it'd be nice not to talk about Ukraine constantly on this, but the Battle of Grozny will probably show that Putin will kill as many civilians as he wants to try and get them to surrender. So, give no quarter to the enemy, is what I'd say. Especially if other bits of the Ukrainian army can break sieges on cities before they get too bad, would be a good thing. But again, like I said before, I think the West should be intervening at this point. I mean, I know we're already in financial war with Russia and everything else, but if they are gonna literally at this point be dropping white phosphorus on civilians and potentially using chemical munitions against cities, I would say just roll NATO in, completely wipe out the 200,000 troops Putin's put there, and humiliate Russia for 100 years. Don't know who that is. If it was a commander, then no idea who he was. Alright, anyway, let me play the game. So, I'm in a driver's seat, am I, at the moment? Yeah, there we go. So I want to be going to this town and capturing this town, right? I have spare seats in here for those guys, 3 and 7. Let's have a look. 3, 7, get in.
3, 7, board that tank. Roger.
I don't know how many seats are actually in a Warrior, as in like the troop capacity of it.
Strong points, lost that, thrust banding. Standing by, thrust banding.
Ah, good. I can actually get them all in the Warrior. Right. Very busy day at work, Norman, so I'm already really tired, so I'm going to be playing a bit of this and going straight to bed when I stop streaming this. The Warrior's the British one. I think the Ajax is the thing that's meant to be replacing the Warrior. But yeah, it's an IFE similar to the Bradley. The idea is it's fairly lightly armoured but quite mobile. You know, acts as both an APC, infantry fighting vehicle, whatever you want to call it is. From what I understand, the Warriors are actually alright. As you see, it's got RPG cages on it. It's got quite a big bit of reactive armour on the side there, as you can probably see on both sides. But from like what I know in real life, the Warriors were actually pretty decent. Again, the problem with the British Army seems to be a lot of the equipment is actually alright and the soldiers are well trained. It's just that Britain doesn't have a very big army anymore. So we don't have that many vehicles, we don't have that many troops. But, you know, the stuff we have is generally pretty good. You know, there are fuck-ups like with the L85 and stuff like that when they were first issued. But in general, it does seem like Britain tends to do the thing of, you know, buy decent equipment or indigenously make decent equipment. But yeah, Rich sounds awful. I'm afraid I don't, Jabberwocky, but I know there are websites, and again, I don't know all the URLs off the top of my head, where they show you global radiation monitoring, so you can see if it's going up or down. So I'd recommend just maybe looking at things like that. What, as in the vehicle was too loud? Is a gunner actually spotted? Let me have a look. Oh yeah, there's
Reverse, reverse, halt, forward, fast.
I see, that is the direction of the town then, is it?
Enemy, grenade launcher, 12 o'clock, 1 click, in hold position.
Oh, is that one up there? Yeah, it is, right. Thermals are really useful. Saying that. Because, yeah, without the thermal look, that would be much harder to see a guy up there like that. With night vision, it's just too bright, but yeah. So, what's that? Green hot and black hot. Yeah.
Forward.
Yeah, well, Dan, if you remember, China did a thing using multicam, I think it was,
Left,
to
fast,
say about
halt.
Australian war crimes in Afghanistan. It was literally because they were making the uniforms. They could do a fake Australian guy for a propaganda picture.
11 o'clock, enemy car.
Halt.
So that's their,
Fourth position.
Forward, fast.
as I've said several times, yes, I definitely prefer Arma 2 to
Right,
Arma 3.
fast, fast.
In theory, Arma 3 is a much better game, it's just I
Left,
don't like
fast.
the setting for Arma 3, and I don't want to install loads of mods to basically
Left,
play
fast.
Arma 2. Even if this game is a lot clunkier. Hang on.
052062.
Saying even if Arma 2 is a lot clunkier when it comes to you know, stuff like
Forward.
how the
Left,
physics
forward.
work and everything else. Oh shit! Right. Where was that? There's some. Again.
o'clock. Enemy AT launcher 100 meters. 0 by 206 4 man.
Injured.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Alarm lost.
There's still some more enemies around apparently. Let's have a look. Which one? That one. What's that up there? It's the objective.
Where are you?
Looks all clear. EO14 filter, I'd probably say, just because there's a bit more of a filtering layer to it, and it's more likely to work just due to its size. But I'd much rather use a modern filter, you know.
Enemy, 100 meters. 8 o'clock, enemy, machine gunner, 100 meters.
Enemy machine gunner left 1 click.
Yeah. I might as well use my gunner's seat and do it myself.
Forward. Fast. Right. Fast.
10 o'clock, enemy
Halt.
lost.
I'll just let the AI shoot him for a bit so I can look at the chat. Just my mum's pet I look after. I won't go too much into that.
Position.
No, I'm not playing War Thunder. Firstly, because I've played loads of War Thunder before and it's very pay to win. And I believe Gaijin is a Russian company. And, like I said, nothing against Russians personally, but I would not do anything at the moment that literally gives Russians money or publicity or whatever because of what Putin's doing. Because like I said, at the moment, like they're saying there's some Russian surplus I could buy from Russian sellers that can still get it posted to you, like we were saying on stream the other day, but I wouldn't do it because of the principle of it. When all this is all over, you know, and hopefully Putin's hanging from a lamppost and all that, and they've had a regime change, I'd happily go back and, you know, play Russian games, buy Russian stuff, but not at the moment. Oh, there's some more warriors turning up.
Fourth position.
Yeah, so I was saying I'm pretty certain Gaijin's Russian. Because I used to play a lot of War Thunder. It was one of those games I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in. You know, eventually just got fed up with it. And my friends that kept playing it longer than me are also really fed up with it. You know, ones that still keep playing it now and again, but just do nothing but complain about it. As in, like, oh, they've changed the battle rating of this thing and they've ruined it. I haven't looked yet, Dan. I'll have a look for you in a moment. What I'll do, as soon as this town's been captured, I'll go back to the HQ so I can look at, like, the gear I can buy, and I'll look at all the guns that you can get. As, you know, like the British ones. Because there's loads of guns in ARMA 2, but obviously it only lets you buy guns from your faction. So I can pick up AKs from, like, insurgents and that I kill. But I can't buy AKs from, like, the armory. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll have a look. I'm just waiting very slowly for this to capture. I might as well get some of my spare guys out the back of this, hadn't I? So 3, 4 and 5 and 6 are all
3, 4, 5, 6. Dismount.
Roger.
I might capture a bit faster actually if I get those guys out the back.
Ready. Bus lost. Fourth position.
form line.
Series of malfunctions.
There we go. Right.
Man, front, half a click.
Right, let me get these guys back in. I'll see if there's a little bit I can reinforce in this town so I don't lose it really quickly.
Two, three, four, five. Board that tank.
Roger. Ready.
Where did the other guys go?
6. Board that tank.
Roger. Standing by. Man, 12 o'clock, 200 meters.
Yeah, well, like I said, I wanted to go to Pripyat and Chernobyl and all that a year or so ago. Then COVID happened. Then I was hoping to go when all the COVID restrictions went, and then Putin's invaded. But I definitely think the next time I go abroad somewhere, it will be to Ukraine, assuming that you can do it properly, because you know that way it's money for their local economy and all that. Especially if you go over there and you know give some money to charity as well, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff where Western exchange rates mean dollars or pounds would go a long way to helping people over there. Oh, my gun has spotted somebody. But yeah, like I said, I definitely want to go to Chernobyl and that again, but at the moment, like you said, it's not very feasible for the time being. It looks like we've got a load of troops pouring into this area, so I'll fast travel to the base now, and then we'll have a look in a moment at what's going on there. Why is it not letting me fast travel to the HQ? That's weird. Ah, they've cut our thing off. Right, I'm going to have to fast travel to there before I get to the HQ and then blow our way through their like roadblock. I've played Joshua most of the missions they actually made in the game, if that makes sense. So, you know, all the missions that were in the default games, like PMC, the British stuff, you know, like the standalone missions and the campaign missions, I did nearly all of those. I can't really remember there being SAS ones, because the British ones, like where you're on patrol, isn't it? Like the first one, your helicopter gets shot down. Then there's one where you're like on patrol, and then there's one where you have to wipe out like sort of an insurgent base. And default American Operation Arrowhead's like one's essentially it's meant to be like the war in Iraq, isn't it? Really, that's kind of what it's based on.
Somebody help me.
Right. So in a minute we're going to have to go up to that place where they've cut us off from our HQ and destroy that, so we can at least get our supply line back to the base. Then I'll have a look for Dan at the weapons that I can get, because I don't know off the top of my head all of them. Right, so yeah, we're going this way. Right.
All, return to formation.
Roger.
Fast. fast, fast.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting, Rich, but yeah, as said, it's a horrible thing, isn't it, what's going on? Because again, it's one of those completely unnecessary wars, because Russia won't actually get out anything out of it, even if they won. This is a stupid thing. Like, the biggest argument I can see for the Russian sake of it is to make a buffer zone between Russia and NATO. But all it's done is made more people join NATO, and, you know, NATO's now going to be on Russia's border regardless. Because if Putin takes Ukraine, it's on his border. If he loses, Ukraine joins NATO and it's on his border. You know, assuming he's still alive and hasn't been killed at this point. But Russia will literally get nothing out of this war except loads of dead soldiers and a fucked economy, no matter what happens. It's a completely pointless waste of life. Because again, it's not even a war where I can say, oh, you get all this like resources if you won, or you get some wheat and some oil. Wow.
Forward, left, forward, fast, right, fast, left, fast, fast, right, fast, fast, right, fast, right, fast, halt, reverse, halt.
Is that the off-road that's showing up on my radar there?
Forward, right, forward.
I'll let the AI gun for a moment while I drive up.
Injured. Enemy machine gun, grid 038087. Sonar captured.
Yeah, but sadly, Nuke, apparently he's already locked himself in a bunker with, like, his own security forces. As in, apparently he has, like, essentially a proper army-sized thing of just bodyguards, because he's that paranoid. Like, don't blame him for being that paranoid now after all the people he's pissed off, but still. You know, it's clearly a sign of a man who's all there. Right, there we go. So once we capture this town,
Right.
3, dismount.
Roger.
6, disembark.
Ready. Roger. Waiting.
yeah, get this area, and then we can go back to the base and I can check the weapons for Dan.
Three, 4, 6. Go to that house, to our front.
Roger.
I gave you an order, 3. Go do it.
Formation.
3, move 50 meters, 2 o'clock.
Negative. On the way.
3, move 50 meters, 3 o'clock.
6. Regroup. Toss by 8 captured.
That doesn't matter now because we captured
3,
it, but still.
board that tank.
Roger.
3, 6, board that tank.
Standing by. Roger.
Just run all the way over there. What's the point in doing that?
Right. Standing by.
The weird thing is, at this point, it would probably be safer random people having a nukes than a man that's literally threatening to nuke everybody over his little temper tantrum. But yeah, the idea of loads of nukes falling into the wrong hands is kind of scary, but knowing how bad Russian corruption is at the moment, lots of those nukes might have already been sold to people. knowing all the other military hardware that's just been randomly sold on that was meant to be issued to soldiers. WMDs are kind of like the ones that people are least likely to check on because nobody thinks they'd ever get used.
Injured.
Right, okay, let's go to the base for Dan, so Dan can see what guns we can get as Britain. So, 1 second. Let's cancel the thing that. Okay, fast travel. Should be. There we go. We can go back to the HQ now with fast travel because the roads are secure. Why is it not doing the fast travel thing?
Ceasefire. Fire.
No, it's not letting me fast travel for some weird reasons to HQ, but I'm close enough now that it won't take me long to drive over there. Let's go in the correct way, briefly. Just knock down some walls first. There we go. But again, they don't have any option to put that there. They're not going to put their shit out in the open, are they, and say, Russia, please blow it up. Again, Russia invaded them, not the other way around. And again, I don't blame them for having anti-air defence in cities when the cities are being bombed. Or is that Fallout 4? And then you deleted a whole thing by accident? Yeah, whoopsie. But again, like I said, the war's fucked. That's what I'm saying, I suppose it's not fun to talk about it, is it? Because of the thing of, no matter which way you look at it, civilians that had nothing to do with any of this are getting killed. I've already said what I'm going to do for 100k special, but as said, I'm not going to do it at the moment till all this Ukraine stuff's kind of not as much in the news and all that, just because it's kind of demotivating me from wanting to do videos fucking about with a lot of stuff. But I was going to, like my worst gas mask, I was going to blow it up and do stuff like that with it. I know civilian deaths are unavoidable in that sense, Jesse Boy, but what I'm saying is some of the ways, like where they were dropping white phosphorus today or yesterday on civilian areas, that's clearly not fucking, you know, like strategic strikes against Ukrainian positions, is it? This is the thing. It's blatantly Putin throwing a tantrum because his troops are getting fucking destroyed because they're a useless army. And again, I thought the Russians would actually be pretty competent and scary before all this happened, but apparently not. Yeah, they dropped a load of VDV in the sea, didn't they? Because they didn't have proper GPS on their planes. Drown your own paratroopers. This is taking ages because the HQ's at the top of a hill. Oh no. My warrior isn't managing this very well. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let me respawn. Just so I get back to the base faster. Because I don't want to have to wait all that time, you know, for 10 minutes slowly driving that warrior up that mountain to get to the HQ.
And a grid 014100, men grid 014101, 014101, men.
Right, let's have a look for Dan then. So Dan, if you're watching, I'm in the base now. So let's see, all the small arms I can actually buy as Britain properly. L85A2 holographic sight, L85A2 ACOG, L85A2 holo with a grenade launcher, L85A2 with the SUSAT scope, that's what I'm using at the moment, L85A2 SUSAT with a grenade launcher, L85A2 AWS, whichever that one is that like a much bigger scope?
Man, grid 014100.
L115A3 LRR, so that's a sniper rifle, 338 Lapua Magnum. AS50, so that's an anti-material rifle. Is that the Barrett 50 cal, the AS50? AS50 with a different scope on it. L7A2 general purpose machine gun. Is that the FN Mag, that one? I think that's the FN Mag, isn't it? And the L10A1. So no, there's not the little carbine version in this as far as I can tell. Pistols, the M9, the M1911, M9SD, so I think it's just the US stuff that's been imported to Britain for that. Rocket launchers, NLAW, which is what I've got at the moment, which we will definitely try out in a bit when I see an enemy vehicle to use it on. The Javelin and the Stinger. So basically the weapons I get as Britain are all the ones you're seeing in Ukraine blowing up Russian stuff. NLAWs, Javelins and Stingers. I don't think Ukraine should surrender, because I reckon if that happens, lots of people are just going to be disappeared. Again, there's lots of people that say the thing of, you know, a country should surrender to avoid bloodshed, but if it's their sovereignty and all that at stake, I believe that, you know, that's why lots of people make the choice. It's better to, you know, the expression, it's better to die on your feet than live on your knees, is basically it. You know, if you said to people in America, like, you know, somebody wants to install a government in America that's not your own democratically elected government, you know, you could have that happen and have lots of your amendment rights taken away, but nobody would die, or very few people would die. Or you can have a war where lots of people would die, but you get to keep America. Most people would choose to keep America. Oh, ARMA 2 is still my favourite one, as I was saying. But anyway, let's see if we can actually test the NLAW out somewhere. So it looks like Bastam still has some shit going on near it. So, tell you what I could do. Let's fast travel from here to there. And then I can use my NLAW. I mean, yeah, AG, I think the best case here would be Russia says, right, we keep Crimea, Donbass and whatever the other place is. They retreat back to there, that's their line. Ukraine keeps all of its actual places. You know, and then potentially Russia might have to pay some war reparations for reconstruction. At the moment, that's the best case scenario, but I don't think we're going to get that. I think it's just going to get nastier and nastier. And again, that's what I said, I don't want to keep talking about this because it's just depressing. I mean, you'd hope so, Thomas, but I've been hearing stuff like that for like a week and a half, and every time it's just literally because both sides turned up at a conference and then they neither agreed on anything. But I know at the moment there's some more like intermediate countries that, you know, are neutral to both Russia and Ukraine, trying to at least trying to you know, put stuff forward, isn't there? Like I think Israel's doing that at the moment. Right, so we want to go south, don't we? So let me buy a car in Razman just so I can drive towards that place a bit faster. Can I set that as the objective? Yeah, that way at least I know where I'm going. Alright, let's get the NLAW out ready. And then let's hope a little technical drives around or something. Right, punches.
In position.
Why is it when I want to blow something up with my N-Law I can't see anything?
Oh, return to formation.
Roger.
There's stuff like the Red Cross Heavy if you want to donate, in terms of just like medical and humanitarian aid, you know, where you don't have to worry about it being used for kind of a bit more dodgy stuff. Now, it's not so much to make it look like ARMA 2, it's more just the factions and everything in it. Because like I said, ARMA 3, it's not that I don't like the way ARMA 3 looks. It's the fact that by default ARMA 3 is set in some sort of futuristic war where most of the equipment isn't real life equipment, or it's like weird futuristic-y looking versions of like current army equipment. Whereas I like ARMA 2 because it's set, you know, current day or like 5 years ago kind of thing. Why can't I just spot a vehicle now I've got an N-Law? Yeah, that looks to me like a Rusky bot. Bye. I mean, all they've done is made more reason for NATO to exist. Because, you know, that's why the neutral countries want to join NATO now, because the non-NATO member got fucking invaded. Yeah, exactly, AG. But yeah, there is annoyingly a lot of bots and just like Vatnik shills at the moment. Like I said, there's Ukrainian shills as well, like, and everything. But it's just, like I said, this is one of the things that annoys me is when you just start seeing the really kind of propaganda-y claims from both sides, where, you know, most decent people are like, the civilian suffering is awful, I wish there wasn't a war. And then people are like, oh no, let's bring lots of geopolitics into this to like say, well, your side is bad. What's Biden said recently punches couches, because the confusing thing at the moment is America seems to say stuff, NATO seems to say stuff, and then they're squabbling over like which thing is actually the thing being implemented. So I've not really followed it enough, and I said I don't want to keep bringing up Ukraine on the stream, but I am sort of interested in it. Oh, they've captured that town now, so I don't even get the chance to N-Law or anything there. Right, hang on. Let me kill myself again in the game. Not real life. Respawn. I'll get a car so I can at least get to places faster. Then I'll fast travel using my car to the nearest front line point and just see if I can find some enemies to start N-Lawing.
I'm at grid 014100. 7 o'clock. Vehicle far.
I won't spawn a warrior just because I want to be able to get to places quickly. So... Oh, an ATV. That will do. Let's spawn a load of empty ATVs at the base, and then I can use those to quickly get around. Yeah, AG. So there was obviously the Land Rovers, and then the armoured Land Rover Defenders. But the one the Jackal is the one that's in the game that Britain used. But Britain had a few different little like lightly armoured vehicles that were like not tracked, sort of wheeled things. But again, like Britain probably did the thing a bit like America, where when we first went into Iraq and Afghanistan, most of our equipment wasn't really suitable for it, and then they had to quickly get stuff put into service that was, better against IEDs and stuff like that. Because that Jackal that's driving around there, that was like one of the things that was designed to be a bit more IED resistant. Because a lot of the vehicles to begin with, were the ones that were death traps for troops, because they were developed, with a conventional war in mind, or just supply stuff not being kind of mined. Yeah, like I was saying before, again, I don't want to keep bringing it up, is what I think should be allowed to happen by both sides is that there should be a ceasefire and humanitarian corridors should be set up with international peacekeepers to get civilians out that want to leave, so they're not being used, as either, potential targets for the Russians, or, the Ukrainian government potentially being allowed to say, these people are in the building, so therefore if you blow it up, you have killed civilians, even if they have no choice of not being able to leave. Yeah, I think, well, the thing is, AG, I think most people are always going to back the country being invaded for most points, aren't they, in the sense that if any war happened anywhere, generally the country invading another country is the one that always looks bad. Like I said, when we went into Iraq and Afghanistan, I don't think we should have done it. Like, it was something we should not have done, even though Saddam was a complete cunt. It wasn't our job to go in there and try and fix a country and fuck it up even harder. Anyway, let me see if I can fast travel again. Now I've got the N1. Why does it not seem to let me on the fast travel from our base? Is it because it's not connected to a main... That's going to be it, isn't it? Yeah, that would be why. Right, let me just just drive quickly to the nearest settlement, then I'll fast travel to the front line. Yeah, I figured out what the problem is. It's because our base is on the top of a hill. It's not connected to a main road, therefore the fast travel thing's broken. Yeah, so Jedi, if he's the guy that people are talking about, though, the problem is that he keeps shilling Myra masks. And again, I haven't watched his channel, so I don't really know. But I know that's a problem with a lot of prepping channels, that Myra send them free masks, and then they say, like, oh, Myra's really good, they make the best gas mask because Myra sent us their free mask. Whereas, like, every kind of gas mask collector or enthusiast hates Myra for a reason. Because they don't actually make masks, they just rebrand other masks and sell them at a massive premium. You can use the huge filter that comes with it. I'd be careful using old filters. But yeah, those filters are pretty damn efficient at filtering chemicals, especially when they were new, because it was a rocket refueling filter. But yeah. Right, let's see if I can fast travel in a minute. So we'll go to this bit and then... So I want to use my N-Law. Right. It looks like there's some shit going on over here at least, so I can hopefully use the N-Law if I go over here. Not really, Smeshi Chaplin. I think there's 3D printed stuff in the sense of people have made adapters for masks and have made like very basic things, but the main problem is apparently with 3D printing is unless you have a really good high quality 3D printer, there's like a porous kind of plastic that lets certain gases through, so it shouldn't be used for making respirator parts. There's people who've gone into like the really big scientific explanation of that, but from what I understand is lots of 3D printed respirator parts wouldn't hold up if they were actually needed. You know, they'd only work against very, very basic threats. Peugeot, so it's an antique caliber. I'm pretty certain with antique ones, and again, don't take this as legal advice. You'd want to find somebody that's really into UK firearms law for this. But I think, in theory, if you bought the really, really old ammo for it, you could own the ammo without a license, you can own the gun without a license. If you were shooting it, it would be classed as a Section 1 firearm. So it's one of those weird things where the ammo, if you actually had really old antique ammo in its original boxes sort of thing, would actually be an antique, not ammo, until the point it's loaded into the gun. But there are people that do reloading and shooting of pinfire guns. It's just that obviously at that point it would be a Section 1 or a Section 2 firearm or whatever when it's actually being shot. Right, let's see if I can spot some enemies to engage in a minute, because this is apparently the area they're around, so let's follow the smoke. Because I want to actually do some N-law shooting. Right. Yeah, it looks like we might be seeing some targets fairly soon. What would you particularly want to hear about the GP5? Oh, there we go. Right, here we go. That's probably out of range, that is, because you know. Oh, there we go.
Enemy man grid 058
Did I hit his thing, or did it hit something else then?
Enemy man position 0560598. Enemy man grid 0560558.
Right, let's hit the dirt a second. I don't want the N-law out. I want my L85 at the moment.
Enemy man position 0560598.
Oh, there's some guys.
Enemy man position
Does that guy have a stinger?
0560598.
That guy was tough. Oh, Spassiani's really nice, yeah. I'd be medically unfit to serve AG, but I had quite a few relatives that did. It's just, I'd be medically unfit to serve. At one point I did want to, but there's no way I could do it. Oh, what's that coming down? Here we go. Oh, have I not got it loaded yet? Come on, load, load, load. There's a pickup there. It's just N-law bait, come on. Where's he gone? There he is. Come on. Come back out in the open, I want to shoot you with my N-law.
Man, position 05660.
Is there a guy on that ZU? No, it's empty.
Enemy machine gun position 05657.
Oh, that's interesting to know, I see. Right. Right, where did that... Oh, there he is. Stand still, I want to shoot you. The problem is, the N-law in this isn't as good as a real-life N-law because of the fact it's obviously got a bit of gameplay balance built into this. So, the N-laws in this don't lock on the way the regular N-laws work, which is a bit annoying. So, it doesn't do the predictive tracking thing. That's my ATV. Is that him down there? Yeah, there we go.
Running out of ammo.
Right, I got that pickup. I mean, I know this is more an anti-tank weapon, but still, it's nice to use the N1. We have the Territorial Army AG, but that they've not really been used for much for ages. Well, I mean, the idea is they wouldn't. But I think there's a lot of talk at the moment that we might have to up a lot of our military spending and recruitment in the UK because of the stuff that's gone on recently. Even though we're one of the few NATO countries that actually pays, you know, our needed amount into NATO, I think this has made us realise that we need quite a lot more vehicles, you know, and like planes and things like that with what's gone on with Russia, so I assume they're going to be doing that soon. No, knives in the UK, Stoke Jedi, knives with serrated edges are completely legal. You just don't want to really carry them around with you for no reason, like with any other knives. Alright, bots. Right, tell you what I'll do. Rather than playing this mode, let's go in the editor, because, like I said, this is quite a slow-going mode. So, if I go into the editor, and people just want to see a particular vehicle or whatever, we can do that a lot easier for the people interested in ARMA or like equipment, because with the editor you can just set stuff up. So if we do UTES, for example, because that's quite a small map, it's like an island map. Right. So the British stuff in this game is, if I just spawn myself as a rifleman, then I think, is it side empty? You can then do ammo. Is this how you do it? Yeah. So I can do US basic ammunition, US basic weapons. I was looking for the things so I can get loads of the guns out for messing about with. US special weapons, Russian basic ammunition, Russian basic ammunition, is that the one I spawned just now? Russian special weapons, British Armed Forces basic ammo, basic weapons, launchers, ordnance. Let's have a look at this. Oh, VSS. It, again, doesn't surprise me that's in the game, but I'll look at Bison. Again, I know all this stuff is in the game, but I've not played this in ages, so I kind of forget that a lot of this is in the game. Let me just see if the British stuff, if there is more British weapons that you just don't see normally. Let me just reload the mag so that doesn't keep coming up in the way. So that's the Javelin, Stinger, N-Law and stuff like that, right? Okay. Oh, these are the frags and explosives. Okay, so it'll be this one, the British weapons. Yeah, there we go. I think this was literally all the ones that you saw on the other screen. Oh, there's an L86 on this one, which I don't remember seeing on the other one. So there is an L86. Okay. Oh, so there's that. Yeah, butyl is a very good rubber, isn't it, bots? Just because it seems to be pretty chemical resistant, and I'd never have any allergy problems with it. I know some people do apparently, but at least I've never run into it. Yeah, rather than that, let's just clear. Just want to try something. So let's do blue for British Armed Forces. AT specialist, so I can be that guy. Let's also do the empty ammo, and we want the BAF launchers, don't we? So I can just get more ammo. And let's test the NLAW against T90s and things, because why not? Let's put it all the way over here so it won't instantly spot me. So opt for Russia. Armoured T72, and let's give them a T90 as well. There we go. Alright, that might be too far out the NLAW's range there actually, but let's see. So I thought the NLAW was like a 600 metre range. Yeah, so it looks like I'm about its range now. Oh, that looks like they're coming after me. Let's hang on. Run. Right. I wonder if there's tractors in this game. I've just thought of something interesting. That's a bit far away. What I'll do is I'll abort it and I'll just move myself closer to where the tanks are. So I'll put myself there behind that building, then I'll also put the crate of ammo there, right. I don't know if you can tow tanks in this, but I was thinking of just laughingly getting a tractor and going up to a T90 with it for shits and giggles. Right, let's see if that's in killing range here. Oh, I think that killed it. Maybe. Oh, he's returning fire. Again, you can't reload NLAWs in reality, you need separate NLAWs, but let's not tell the game that because it's fun. Can I get another NLAW rocket? Oh good, I've got 4 NLAW rockets, there we go. Does look like kind of like he's sneaking along with that. Oh look. Oh, I need to reload first. Shit. There you go. Right, T90. Oh, he doesn't look like he's doing so good. Yeah. Yeah, so the N-laws do work in this like in reality. They absolutely fuck Russian tanks. I've got no ammo for this. Also, there's another fun thing I can just test. Hang on. Yeah, I'll get a tractor just a second. There's one other thing I want to test because I've got the crate here. Javelins. Why have I got a random thing there? There we go. Right, javelin. It looks even more comical with the massive javelin running like that. No, there's no Panzerfaust 3 in this because there's no Germany in this. At least I don't think there is. There's the Czech thing. There's the US Dragon as well. Oh, he's shooting at me. Boom. Yeah, javelins are fucking good as well, it seems, as we know. But yeah, I know there's a couple of German small arms like G36s in this, but I don't think right, hang on. So units, civilian, Chernarus, cars. What cars can we get? Tractor. There we go. It's a default choice. Right. Pretty much heavy sandwich. I mean, they're meant to have ERA, but apparently a lot don't, because it's been sold off. Yeah, I'd feel that bad doing that, bots. I could also have a Russian roleplay, I suppose, where they just die. Right, so I unfortunately I don't think there is a tow option. Yeah, I can't do much with this tank, unfortunately, as a civilian, because I can't tow it. I've got a little beret, look. Oh, I'm the blue tank. Let's just ram the tank to the tractor. See if I can piss him off. I know as a civilian, if you annoy the enemy units long enough, they do attack you. Although you can make this kind of realistic with what they do. So what I could do, look, is... There's a civilian village, look. So if I do... Is it on this? Independents are friendly to nobody. Okay. Groups... Independent. I know they're not technically civilians, but what's UNO? Let's spawn them and just find out. I know these are technically combatants, but still, this seems a bit more. Have they spotted them? Sadly, you can't nick the tanks in this unless the crews get out. They're not attacking it. What I was just going to say, what I can do, actually... Hang on a second. We could do, Putin's shit-tier VDV assaults. So, here's the airport VDV want to take, right? So, opt for Russia Air. I suppose it would be a Mi-8 squadron, wouldn't it? I don't know if they've actually got troops in them though, have they? But never mind, this will still work. I don't know if they start off flying or not. Let's have a look. Units. Flying. Okay, we want them flying, right. Tell you what, I'll delete the others and I'll just copy and paste them. So... Yeah, I've also seen on bots that Putin was too short to get into the VDV and he's always had his manlit grudge ever since. You know, anything like that, but sounds about right. Are you ready for another unsupported airdrop? Dar President. Okay, so they're all being told to go to the airfield. Now, I guess we just do groups. Blue 4. The CDF, Chernorus Defense Forces, are basically the Ukrainian army. So, infantry section, anti-aircraft. Let's just spawn a load of these guys randomly standing around minding their own business. See what happens. Will the Mi-8s make it to the airfield? I'll just be my civilian in the tractor waiting to salvage any wreckage. Civilian, Chernorus, cars, tractor. I don't want to be a flying tractor. None. And I can just be sat here by the airfield waiting for my loot. No, ARMA is not on Xbox. I guess they only had one shot each, didn't they? Or 2 shots each of the man pads. That was the only problem of doing this. Ah, somebody just shot at my tractor. That wasn't very nice. There is one other thing we could give the defenders. I know I could just spawn more guys with stingers, but I just thought of something even better. Some tech Russia doesn't technically use anymore. I mean, they kind of use it, but only in a marine assault way. CDF, armoured, ZSU-23, Shilka. Do your job, Shilka. Oh no, 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 no. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, maybe somebody's got it stuck, Stoic Jedi, and then couldn't get out, so left it there. That's cool, box. Oh yeah, funny enough, Ukraine, we haven't seen him in action yet, but Ukraine does have Western retrofitted shulkers, which are really cool. So those, but with like a modern Western targeting radar on, that actually makes them more accurate than Russian Pantsers, which is actually really funny. Yeah, sadly I can't steal them with my tractor, but still. Maybe he just needs more VDV. That's all he needs, more VDV. I'll make sure they have some stingers as well, because I don't actually know what AA weapon they have, the Chernarus guys. Is it like a Strela, or do they actually have a stinger? It doesn't say, does it? So let's just spawn some guys with stingers. Units, Blue Force CDF men. Do they actually have a... No, it just says AA specialist, so I assume they just have a Strela. So let's give them some help from the Americans. Which guys are ACR then? Oh wait, there is a Germany. Okay, Germany. There are randomly Germans. Okay, I have to look if there is a Panzerfaust. Probably not. But US Marine Corps. AA specialist. They'll have javelins. Let's just put Americans everywhere. There we go. Right, he's got more VDV this time, so surely he'll do better. Oh look, one of them's just fucking off over there. Oh no, there goes the VDV. Oh no. Oh, did they abandon the shulker? Oh, it must have actually been hit by something. Oh. That was close. Alright, so yeah, they have rocket pods. Maybe I should upgrade my tractor for something a bit better. Right. Blue 4 CDF armoured. I want my own Shilka. Player as commander. Right, good. Preview.
1, target there, chop.
2 gunner seat.
Chop.
Zastav!
Kontrola z ničeho věhla, jednu si protivní vrtulníky. Zastavit palbu! 1, target there, chop.
I want manual fire, damn it. So yeah, let me put... How do I cancel the... There we go.
1, target there, chop.
I want to just try and predict where they're going. Okay, they're about 600 metres, so that's set up to 400 metres. No problem, now I have to lead the shot, don't I? Because that's what the radar does, it lets you lead the shot. There we go. Yeah, so the radar does actually make it a lot easier, if you'd expect it.
1, target there, chop.
Protivní padáky. Za námi, střední vzdálenost.
1, target there.
Is there any others left? Target that parachute, that's a bit grim, look. Oh no. Don't think they made it. Yeah, armor's great, isn't it, bunches, coaches? Let's see if any of those Putin suicide troops survived. No, I don't think they did. I suppose there's another perspective we could do this from. Right, let me just clear this. I will go off fairly soon, I just want to test something. So, time for another unsupported airdrop, comrade. So we're going to have a Bluefall group of AA guys again, all over the runway. And on the island. And then right off the edge of the map, we are going to do units opt for Russia. Do they actually have an aircraft in this, like a troop carrier? Right, I'm going to have to give them a... I have to give them a Bluefall plane, aren't I, just to simulate it? C1... can I do it as an empty one? Do I do... Right, let's do opt for... Right, I need to do groups, won't I? Hang on. Groups... Opt for... See if I can do this. Infantry squad. And then I want to do units... Empty... If it lets me do this. Oh, I need to set myself as the commander, don't I? So, squad leader... Player? Information. Now I can do units... Empty... Air... C-130J. There we go. And then I think I do groups, don't I, to it like that. There is a way of doing this. I'm trying to remember how you do it. So I can make it the actual transport for my guys. Vehicle lock unlocked. Control playable. What was the first option? Side empty. Do I do flying or in cargo? I think I do in cargo, don't I? And then with this one I do flying, yeah. Then waypoints, not waypoints, groups. I think I do it like this. I thought there was a way of doing this with it flying in the air, like putting Russians in a C-130, but never mind. How do I just spawn my guy now? Do I land on top of it, or do I just fall to my death? Oh. Yeah, I was hoping to actually fly it, but never mind. I guess Russia doesn't have a plane, do they? That's the only problem. So can't do my Illusion 76 attack on an airfield. I suppose we could see it from the Russian perspective, though. Oh, they're facing the wrong way. Flying. Waypoints. Okay, and then units. We go to this one. Player. Control. Play it as gunner. Let's see how this looks. I mean, I'd rather be a guy in the back, but I can test that in a moment. But oh, oh, I need to restart then. That's why is it not restarted it? Oh, playable. That's why. Player as gunner. There we go. Preview.
Все, движение к 036015, 35, 6, 8, вылезаем, 3, убит. Пятый, убит. В меня стреляют. 6, убит. Вижу противника, 040015, вражде, мужчина.
Пулемет.
Мужчина у пункта, южнее, от тебя 500 метров. 8, убит.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh no. Quick, better jet to the airfield. Where are my comrades?
Мужчина, влево, средняя дистанция.
Критическое повреждение. Все, вылезаем. Все, движение к...
I'm stuck in a tree. Help, I'm stuck in a tree. Oh no. I can't get out the tree. Help. Cut my chute, I can't get out the tree. Oh no.
Первый убит.
I am stuck in tree and cannot get out, comrade. I'm gonna get stolen by a tractor in a minute. There we go, and I'm dead. But yeah, to make this even more realistic, I guess I could do units, Russia, men, riflemen, in cargo, player. There we go. And this time, look, I'm a passenger, like a proper passenger, in my VDV assault force. Oh no, what's going on, comrades?
Мужчина, пункта южнее от тебя 200 метров. Впереди средняя дистанция.
Oh, I've been ordered to disembark. Okay, eject, eject, eject.
Вылезай. Враждебный мужчина близко. Впереди.
Where is my ground support? Where is my ground support?
Враждебный мужчина. Близко. Влево.
Враждебный гранатометчик близко. Впереди. Рядом. Целься в мужчину.
I have a nice AK though.
Целься в ракетомет.
Третий. Убит. Восьмой. Убит. Пятый. Убит. Враждебный мужчина. Впереди. Близко.
Right, I need to go seize the
Первый.
airfield.
Убит.
Oh no, I didn't make it. What a surprise. Yeah, wasn't there one Stoke Jedi where a guy got stuck on a bow tower in Normandy or something like that? I'm pretty sure that's the famous one. Right, before I go off, is there any other units people want to see from ARMA? I want to have a quick look at what these German units are, because I don't remember Germans being in the game, but apparently they are. Blue 4, Germany, infantry, KSK team. That's all you do, KSK team. Alright, and I'll do that one as the player. Is there any other German stuff? Blue 4, Germany. Yeah, it says only German infantry. Okay, there's not actually like German vehicles or anything in this. So I get a G36 or whatever it's meant to be. Yeah. G17? That's a Glock 17. Yeah. Do any of these guys have anti-tank weapons or not? Do they only just have
Private? Good day, sir.
They don't sound very German.
Did you see anything recently? Yes, I saw something.
Okay, so there's that. I could see what happens if you try and drive a group of like BMPs and tanks through a little village. Now, what I am going to do is, although it would be better doing it with the Ukrainian guys, well, not the Ukrainians, but you know what I mean, I'll do it using British troops just because they have NLAWs, so it'll be a bit more realistic for what we want to simulate. So, BAF, Fire Team AT, oh, it's Tank Busters, eh? Let's just do the Javelin guys and the other AT guys. So, this is obviously where you just don't drive through a little village without recon. So I'll just also put some of the other type of guys in. So AT, because I think some might be the NLAWs, some might be Javelins, but so there's a hostile little village, and then we can do our groups. Opt for Russia. Let me manually set it up. So you want to do armoured first, don't we, to get the vehicles, and then should we do BMP 3 or BTR 90s? Okay, they can have a BMP 3 at the front of the column, and then they can have some guys in transit in that. Let's just put the things in there first. Oh, Vodniks are the sort of things, aren't they? They're the little sort of VDV things. So let's give them a load of Vodniks and another BMP3. They can have a T90 as well. Give them a couple of those, and then we can put a load of guys and have them in transit. So men, riflemen in cargo. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if it will go in the right vehicles, but let's just see what happens. And then this guy, let's give him a waypoint. and we'll just pretend everything's going to plan. So he just has to drive through this village because he wants to go somewhere else. So let's see what happens with this. Let's see if this plays out like how all these things have been playing out. Is it going to drive on its own?
Вперед.
I'll
Право.
have to get
Вперед.
going first.
Право. Стой.
Okay,
Стой.
yeah, let's just order my guy through there.
Все. Движение в направлении камень. Все. Движение в направлении камень.
What could go wrong? Well,
Влево.
don't go off the
Быстро.
road,
Быстро.
comrade. We will
Влево.
get stuck
Быстро.
in the mud.
Влево.
Oh yes, this is about what I'd expect to see out of a shitty Russian turnout. At least this way I can see where I'm going. Whoa. Thanks bots, but I'll get rid of the person that's just spamming random weird stuff. Right.
Черт побери.
Come on, comrades, let's approach this village. Oh no, what's this? Quickly gonna deal with them. Oh no, I've
Критическое
been hit by
повреждение.
something. Oh no, I'm heavily damaged apparently.
Я ранен.
Get out.
Критическое повреждение. Цель нейтрализована.
Right, all of my brave
Цель
people
нейтрализована. Я его
attack
сделал.
that town. See
Все.
what happens.
Движение в направлении
I'll just
дерева.
cower here.
Критическое повреждение. Ясно, приступай.
Oh no, that's... Oh dear.
25-й. Убит.
That doesn't look good.
46-й. Убит. Гадство. 22-й. Убит.
44-й. Убит. Твою мать. 14. Убит.
13. Убит. 2-й. Убит. Гадство. 43-й. Убит. 45-й. Убит.
Вернись в строй.
Гадство. 17. Убит.
There's a lot of people just randomly fuck somebody's down. So a lot of people are randomly getting blown up apparently.
Цель нейтрализована.
Гадство. 27-й. Убит.
Я его сделал.
28-й. Убит.
29. Убит.
Oh, it looks like that T7... T9... it did stop rolling, that T19.
Все. Движение в направлении мужчина. Впереди.
Ясно. Выполняю.
Oh. that one's been hit as well. Oh dear. Oh wait, he didn't... Oh, I was going to say he didn't get critical damage, but he keeps getting hit, so yeah, no, there goes that crew.
Пятый. Назад.
Oh look, there we go, that... whatever it's called.
Средняя дистанция.
The Vodnik, should be called a Vatnik, is driving in now. Go on,
Цель
Vodnik.
уничтожена.
Все. Движение в
Go
направлении
get those
мужчина. Впереди.
Nazis or whatever they are.
Цель уничтожена.
I suppose to make this more realistic, I'd have had to have made a huge convoy that just kept ramming into each other and ran its own fuel out.
Враждебный мужчина, средняя дистанция, впереди.
Read the signs to find out which way it is to Kharkiv and hope they've not changed the directions on the signs. My men are not moving in, I don't know what's going wrong, they're just sitting there. This is literally a simulation at this point. Like I said, move there, comrades. You need to move there.
Движение в направлении мужчина.
Don't
Впереди.
fail your commissar,
Мне нужна
drive in.
помощь.
Ладно, пошли.
Враждебный мужчина, средняя дистанция, впереди. Никак нет.
Are they going to start moving? Oh yeah, that one's finally starting to move.
Впереди, средняя дистанция, враждебный мужчина. Я прикрою. Цель нейтрализована. Один готов. Где ты, черт побери? Цель уничтожена.
Come on then, I'm getting bored. Go in, you lazy lot.
Все. Движение к востоку 500 метров от нас.
Yeah, they're just not following my orders anymore. Wait, is he finally deciding to move in? Oh, there goes that one.
Убит.
Я его сделал. Враждебный мужчина, средняя дистанция, впереди.
41 убит.
Вижу противника.
CDV 700s are cool, aren't they? Thankfully, my counters have barely noticed an increase in radioactivity yet. But I'm sure with Monkey Man's current fuckery, they'll manage to blow up some nuclear power
У нас
shit
потери.
fairly soon.
Убит. Все. Движение в направлении мужчина. Впереди.
Передай свои координаты. Понял.
Have I got any vehicles left? I have. Look, they're all the way back there. This is unacceptable. Okay, which guys are the drivers in this lot? Okay, so the drivers are 5 and 7 on that lot. Not 5 and 7, sorry. 8 and 10. Right, drivers, you really need to drive there.
18, 25, 7. Движение в направлении мужчина. Впереди.
Ясно. Выполняю.
What's wrong with those vehicles? They're just not... Are they do you think they're mutinying? Their morale's so low they're refusing to go in. Oh wait, no, I think they're going in now. There you go. Maybe they had a logistics truck finally refuel them. So there they go. Right. No, I don't think there's a language screen on the Stoic site. At least I don't think so, Stoic. Actually, there might have been a language on my SOX one, I can't remember, but as it doesn't work now, I'm afraid I can't check for you.
Враждебный мужчина, средняя дистанция, впереди. Черт, третий, ранен. Мужчина впереди, средняя дистанция. Один готов. Красный, 23, убит. Никак нет.
Hurry up and move in, vehicles. Every day you waste is costing us $10 billion. You need to rush Kiev. Hurry up and do it. Or I'll have you shot.
Цель уничтожена.
18, 25, 7. Движение к востоку 500 метров.
Понял. Мужчина впереди, средняя дистанция. Шестиконьков. Впереди, средняя дистанция. Враждебный мужчина. Вижу противника. 03007. Враждебный мужчина. Враждебный мужчина. Средняя дистанция. Впереди. Вижу противника. 03408. Враждебный мужчина.
It looks like the troops are trying to flank them as well on the hill by the look of it. Like they're not sticking to that village. It looks like a lot of them are moving out.
Мужчина. Впереди. Средняя дистанция. Вижу противника. 03408. Враждебный мужчина. Один готов. Цель нейтрализована. Цель уничтожена.
For all I know, the AI in the town's already run out of rockets, unlike the real guys. I think most of the soldiers only have like 1 or 2 rockets each, don't they? So if they all fire at the same tanks, they run them down pretty quick. These things are doing way better than the actual like APCs were doing, or the IFVs, these little armoured like truck things. Let's go in and see what's going on. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's firing rockets anymore.
Кто-нибудь, помогите!
Цель нейтрализована. Я его сделал. Контакт 03007. Враждебный мужчина. Вижу противника. 03708. Враждебный мужчина.
That guy doesn't look friendly.
Цель нейтрализована. Цель уничтожена. Контакт 03408. Враждебный мужчина.
Заряжаю.
Oh, I actually got that guy. Okay.
Вижу противника.
What did he have on me?
038. Враждебный мужчина. Вижу противника. 03707. Враждебный мужчина. Контакт 035.
Well, he's got a better gun than me, so I might as well pick it up. Yeah, I'm assuming all the AT guys actually ran out of ammo. I assume that's the problem. But yeah, so but the point is, don't drive randomly into a town like that. Oh, I'll be off now. Yeah, Stoke Jedi, I'm just off now anyway. But yeah, ARMA is surprisingly good sometimes at simulating like dumb military stuff, just because of the fact that you can literally, you know, play out some of the stuff they've done in Ukraine, and it's like, oh, it goes badly every time, you know, when you just literally tell vehicles to rush into an area for troops. Obviously, the more dense an urban area, the even worse it is for vehicles, because of how the visibility works for them and like the traverse speeds. It's a shame there's not any. Actually, let me just try one thing before I go off. I don't know if this will work, but units, Blue 4, USMC, Air. What's the Reaper drone called? Is that the MQ-9, the Reaper drone? Yeah, there we go. So MQ-9 flying. Let's have some MQ-9s flying just to simulate the little Turkish drones before I go off. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make myself not the commander of this column. I'll just be this guy, player. And then I'm also going to make it so there's only one move objective, because I want to see, you know, and rush the town faster. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to call it ambush. Let's see if this works better. Oh no. I mean, I know they'd normally be higher altitude than that. But... do they have any arms on them or not? Oh, I've been ordered to disembark apparently. Oh, damn it, those drones aren't attacking. I suppose it's because they have to have an operator, don't they, on a different thing. Okay, let's change them to some other sort of aircraft. It's no H-60, that's a chopper. Huey. Yes, let's do the A10 bots. We'll just give the AI one A10, but sadly we don't have enough units packed into our shitty convoy. But here we go. All the blueboard A10 pilots that you know, we're looking at that column going. Just want to. Yeah. Sadly, the A10 has a shit burp sound in this game. I've been ordered to disembark. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm assuming he's going to turn around and come in for another attack. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, they got the A10! Oh no. Did he even get anybody? No. Alright, tell you what. The US this time isn't going to muck about. They are going to send in loads of Apaches. Not Apaches, sorry. There's the Apache, isn't it? The AH-64, the other staking Apaches and Cobras. Yeah, they can all be in formation. Should have just brutted, shouldn't he, really? But oh well. Obviously, bear in mind the helis are going to take a bit longer to get here because of the speed of them. But here we go, I think. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the Apaches won't fuck around when it comes to stuff like that, just because they've got the Hellfires that lock on. Right, one more thing before I go off, because again it's annoying in this game when you decide you want to go off because, you know, you keep wanting to do stuff. I'm not very good at flying planes in this, but let me just do Air A10. Let me try and fly the A10 player. And I'll change the angle a bit, so I'm going to come in from that sort of direction behind their column. So what have I got? Mavericks, Sidewinders, GBU-12s, Hydras, Gowitzer brr, isn't it? It just doesn't sound very good in this. Doesn't sound like the proper brr. Yeah, I've got a VR headset box, it's just I don't use it much, but I definitely need to try it more. It's because it's kind of annoying that, you know, buy a VR headset and never use it kind of thing. Okay, can't see exactly where they are, but we can just do that. Mostly on the road, right. Whoop. So what's the, oh, it's a gravity bomb. Oh wait, is it a gravity bomb or is it a spike missile? Whatever they're called. Let's see if I can use the other one of them. Oh shit. Almost pulled up. Let me just restart. I want to see what these GBU 12s are. So I'm not getting any lock on with these. So let's just see what happens if I just do this. Oh yeah, they're just gravity bombs, are they? Yeah, I shouldn't keep flipping the camera like that. Doesn't always go very well. Oh shit. Yeah, probably best not to flip the camera like that. Let's just climb and come down. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Looks like they're leaving a lot of their vehicles. So let's go out and come back in. Then I'll definitely go off, because like I said, ARMA 2 can get really distracting when you're just pissing about. Let's go in with a Gatling gun. Oh, I see, yeah. There's a lot less stuff shooting at me now, so I'm assuming most of their stuff's getting knocked out. I'm not playing as the Russians. AMX-30s, are they the French tanks? Because I like those in War Game Red Dragon, if they're the ones I'm thinking about, with have the auto cannons on. Because they're good for shooting down choppers and like wrecking IFEs as well, if I'm thinking of the right thing. Right, so that Vodnik there's not really moved much. Let's go after the BMP-3, see if we can strafe that BMP-3. I see him. I zoom out a bit. Ah, he got me. But I think I got him as well by the look of it, but yeah, he shot me down. Oh well, that's kind of fun. Like I said, I do like the A10, but oh, just to prove a point, because I keep saying, oh, I'm going off, but just to prove a point, just to show you how much better in some ways the Apache is.
Team, move to 027010.
Let's just use this. I mean, ideally, he'd be coming in from a slightly different angle, but there we go.
Target that unknown.
Enemy
at
APC
05.
position 0260112.
Target that APC at 04. Cannon.
Contact.
Target that APC at 04.
APC is history.
Target that APC at 04.
12 o'clock. Enemy 10.
Target
One
that
click.
tank at 04.
12 o'clock. Enemy medium range. Enemy
Target that
APC 11 o'clock.
APC
200
at
meters.
04.
11 o'clock. Enemy APC 200 meters. Enemy APC 12 o'clock. 200 meters. Enemy
I mean,
6 o'clock.
they shot
100
us
meters.
down, but the Apache was doing really good there, and obviously if it came from a better
One
angle, it
is
was
down.
absolutely fine. But yeah. Oh well. Yeah, well, I always remember the thing, Botson, is the enemy man 100 meters to our front. But yeah, I can see what you mean by the heck you Marines. But yeah, anyway, I will definitely go off now. But yes, thanks for watching the stream, everybody, and thank you for the person that donated earlier as well. But yeah, like I said, ARMA 2 is a really good fun game, and again, I know lots of people prefer ARMA 3, but I like ARMA 2, so... Anyway, have a good evening, everybody. And hopefully I'll be on a bit during the week. I want to get a members stream done during the week as well, but, as I said last week, I just ran out of time with having to work quite a lot.